Hi guys, welcome back. So in this video, I will be showing you how you can add dark theme on your Android applications. So this is going to be our final output, and you can see from here, I can switch between dark and light mode. And the first option is default, which means the application will take the default system theme. For now it is light, and I am just going to change the theme. So for that, let me go to settings, then inside display I am switching on the dark theme. So now our default theme is dark. So let me just go back to our application. So here you can see our application automatically adopted the default theme, which is dark for now. So this is going to be what we are building on this video. So let's start. So here I am using Android Studio version 4.1.1, and you can see in the new version of Android Studio, under our project structure, we don't have that styles.xml file anymore. Instead, we have this themes folder, and we have two variations of themes. First one is responsible for setting light theme, and second one is responsible for setting dark theme. So inside this themes.xml file, you can see the parent theme is material components.day-night theme. So if you guys are using older versions of Android Studio, first thing that you need to do is change the app compact theme into material components day and night theme. So this is the first thing that you want to do. And second thing, just go to your build.gradle file, which means app level gradle file, and add this dependency, which is material design library dependency. If you add this dependency, then you will get a button over here like this called sync now. Just click on that button, which will sync your project. Also, for this example, I am using Kotlin. So you can see here I added a plugin, Kotlin Android extensions. So if you are using new versions of Android Studio, maybe it won't be shown here because it got deprecated. But for this video, I'm going to use the Android extension. So that's all you want to do in your XML file and your build.gradle file. Now just come back to your activity main.xml file and remove this text view. Here I am going to add a material button toggle group, which is this one, with the width and height of wrap content. So material button toggle group comes under the material design library, so that's why we need to add dependency for material design. So inside this I am going to add 3 buttons. First one, I'm going to call it default. Second one, dark. And third one, the text will be light. So here you can see our buttons are ready. So let me just align these buttons into the center. For that, I'm going to select the material button toggle group, which is the parent layout. And here we have an option called align. You can see that. Just click on the option and select the third option, which is horizontally in parent, which will horizontally center our buttons. Now click it again and select the fourth option, which is vertically in parent, which means it will vertically center our buttons. So now our buttons are at the center. But when you look at the final output, here you can see the buttons are a little bit different from what we have right now, because I just added a style. So let me just go back to the code, and inside button we need to add one more attribute called style. So we have text style, scroll bar style and all that, but we need to add this first one, which is simply style. So inside style we have an option called outlined button, which is this one. Again, it is come from material designs. So you can see our button style got changed. Now I am going to copy paste this thing for the other 2 buttons. So here you can see our buttons are ready. Now let me just run the application and show you guys. So here is our app up and running, and you can see I can select the buttons and unselect them. So basically the buttons inside this material button toggle group act like a checkbox. So if you guys are familiar with checkbox, you know we have 2 states in checkbox. We can select, we can check it or uncheck it. Like that, we can select a button and we can unselect a button. So when we select a button, it is like checking a button and it will get colored. So when we click again, it will get unselected or unchecked and the color will disappear. So here you can see 3 of these buttons are selected, means at the same time 3 of these themes are selected, which is not possible, means only one among these 3 buttons need to be selected. For that, I am going to add an attribute here called single selection and set its value into true. Means we can select only one theme at a time. So here the user can select 3 of them at a time. So we need to avoid user selecting 3 of them. For that, I am going to enable the single selection as true. So now you can see we can only select one button at a time. Means we can select only one theme at a time. So now when I click on the selected button again, it is going to get unselected. So we need at least one of them to be selected. For that, I am going to add one more attribute called selection required and set its value into true. So here you can see we can select one of them and we can't unselect all of them. So I think this is for our layout or UI part. Let me just give ID also. So for the material button, I'm going to call it material toggle group underscore theme. For the button, I'm going to give the default button an ID BTN default. Then this one was going to be BTN dark, and for the light button, the ID will be BTN light. So now let me jump into the logical part. So as I said, button inside a material button toggle group act like a checkbox. So in our material button toggle group, we can call a function called add on button check listener, which is the first one, and it takes a listener. So I am going to pass a listener. So now you can see the object is red, which means we got an error. So to rectify the error, click on the bulb and implement methods. So whenever we click on any button inside a material button toggle group, this function will get executed. This function will get executed and we will get these 3 values. So here we have checked ID and is checked value. So checked ID is basically means the checked button ID, means whenever we click on one button, the checked ID will be the ID of that button. For example, if I click this default button, then the checked ID will be BTN default. So when I click on dark, then the ID will be BTN dark, and for light it will be BTN light, because in our activity main.xml file we are given BTN default, BTN dark and BTN light. So basically this checked ID is the selected button ID. So here I am going to add a when clause and I am passing the selected button ID. Inside the when clause, I am checking each condition, which is r.id.btn default. And for now, let me just return a symbol string. So here I added 3 possible conditions. So whenever we click on the button, we will get the selected button ID. So it will be BTN default or dark, or else it will be light. So I am just returning some string value for now, and I am going to save this in a variable called theme. And let me just log it over here. So we need to add a tag. So here I am going to log the value of is checked and this theme value. So let me run the application. So now our app is running and I am going to click on default button. Now you can see is checked value is true and theme is default. So when we click on that default button, the selected BTN ID was BTN default. So for BTN default, we are returning a default string and we are storing it into this variable and we are showing the theme. So that's why we are seeing default here. Now I am going to click on dark button and you can see the default become false, means it got unselected. So its is-checked value become false and the theme become default, which means the default theme got unselected and the dark theme got selected. For dark, the theme was dark and the default value means is-checked value is become true. Now I am going to click on light. So now the dark become false and light become true. So now here I am going to add the logic for setting the theme. For setting theme, we have something called app combat delegate, and here with this function we can call a function called set default night mode, which is this one. So as a parameter we need to pass the theme, and for theme we have several constant values. First one is app combat delegate dot follow system default, mode night follow system, which is this one. So this is the constant value for default theme, and we have night mode yes, which means dark mode. Then we have night mode no, which means light theme. So instead of returning plain string from here, I am going to return these values. So for default I am going to return the mode night follow system. Then for dark I am going to return this one, and for light I am going to return this one. And now we are returning the constant values and we are storing it on the theme value here, theme variable, and I am just going to pass this theme here inside the set night default mode. Now let me just run the app. So here you can see we can switch between themes, light and dark theme from here. So this is what we expected, but there is a small problem with this logic, because we are setting the theme from this line, we are setting the theme here even if the is-checked value is false. So I'm going to add a if condition over here at the top and checking the is-checked value. If it is true, then only I need to execute this code. So I'm going to put this inside the if condition. So whenever the is-checked value is true, then I will just set the theme. So now let me just clean up the code. For that, just click on this line and click on Alt Enter, and now let me just convert this function into a lambda function. So this is how simple you can set dark theme on your application. With this single line you can set the theme. So that's all for this video, and if you guys have any doubts regarding the same, let me know it in the comment section. And if you understand something from the video, feel free to subscribe to the channel and share the content. So for now, bye.